Welcome to Forex Daybreak, a daily podcast where we cover 8 Forex pairs and give you our view on the market direction for these pairs. If you are trading Forex market, this is the #1 show to start your trading day. Now, let's begin today's episode.
Good morning everybody and welcome to Forex Daybreak episode 10. In this daily Forex update, I will give you my view on 8 Forex pairs I analyze using Elliott wave principle. My name is Ville Vainio and today is 20th of August 2015. Show notes for this episode can be found at forexpodcast.co. And now let's get started. Yesterday the FOMC statement did move the markets like was expected. I yesterday wrote on my website that they would come out dovish, and this is what they did. The September rate hike is looking more and more taken off the table, and of course there's all kinds of reasons for that. The China slowdown, and they are not meeting their inflation target and all that nonsense. In my opinion, there might be one rate hike later this year or maybe start of next year, just to prove that they are going to raise rates, but this is going to be the only one, and then they are forced to possibly lower the rates back down, because I think the market reaction, the stock market reaction mainly, is going to be a negative. So negative that it will cause all kinds of problems on US economy. Today we have some news coming out as well. Unemployment claims from the US, existing home sales from the US, and the Philly Fed manufacturing index. Also there is FOMC members speech today. Williams is speaking, and also retail sales figures coming from United Kingdom. So those are the news items that will possibly move markets on the short term today. So let's dive right into the markets and start with Euro USD. Of course, the FOMC statement yesterday made Euro USD jump. The low of the day was 110.17 and we are now at 111.34 approximately. So slightly over 100 pip move was the result of this FOMC minuteless release. This is in line with my analysis. I was yesterday saying that I'm expecting this to move higher, and I'm expecting they will come out dovish. The statement will be negative on the dollar, and this is just what happened. I have labeled this move as the start of the next move higher. Euro USD should continue higher, with this move being the catalyst in my opinion, and should reach near the 115 levels. At this point it's hard to project, since I am not sure if this latest upwards move in Euro USD is indeed the start of next wave higher. If we take the Fibonacci expansion tool and expect the latest low being the bottom for the correction, then the 100% expansion level would reach around 113.84 and the 161.8% level would be in 116 levels. Those two are the possible targets for Euro USD to reach when this larger correction is finished. Key levels on Euro USD are that the minute wave D peak will be immediate support level at 111.3 and next resistance comes at 111.87, and I'm looking at this move as the start of next wave higher, and in my opinion there's an excellent trading opportunity to the upside. I would wait next larger move down or next move down as next smaller correction and would enter long trade on Euro USD. Maybe we get it today, maybe we get it tomorrow. It would be better perhaps to start the trade not on Friday but on Monday. But let's see how the market develops and when we find a good trading opportunity on Euro USD. Next move, let's move on to dollar yen, and yesterday I placed the trade in here, which is now slightly on the profit. I am now 45 pips about on the profit. My target is 123 and I'm expecting this to go even maybe slightly lower than that, but this is my target for this trade. The price is now 123.89 and of course FOMC was the trigger for this down move yesterday and it is in line with the analysis. Key levels on Euro Yen: support level 123.67 is next on the downside. Upside resistance is the previous low at 123.9. We are right now at this support level, which is holding now, seems to have hold now, and this trade can be entered. There is still pips to trade in dollar yen. To my target there's just over 80 pips, so perhaps there's a potential for 80 pips if entered correctly. This is looking bearish and I'm expecting it to decline at 123 and possibly even lower than that. Next we have pound dollar, and this is still, pound dollar is still struggling on those same levels I have been mentioning the whole week. 156.9, the upside strong resistance. We are right now 156.85, so just on those levels, and pound dollar is struggling to break through this really long sideways range. On the downside 156.4 is the next support level. Nothing much to report here. FOMC did not bring any major moves on pound dollar and it is still very hard to say if we are going higher or making another decline. The recent advance from the low is very overlapping and doesn't look impulsive, so perhaps we will get one more decline before the move higher. Okay, next is euro pound. Yesterday we got slightly higher as a result of this FOMC minute release, but nothing major has happened here. This is still more or less on the sideways range. The wave structure is unclear and I'm not sure what to expect if we get more upside or downside. The pound has been weak, so perhaps we will get more upside as euro gains strength and dollar gets weaker, so perhaps there's more upside to come in euro pound. Key levels here are that immediate downside support around 70.54, the recent low, and upside resistance 0.7115, the latest short-term high. Those are the levels to watch in euro pound, and I would like to see a clean break above these peaks at 71.67 approximately, and an impulsive structure to upside, then this would make more sense. But as of now, nothing major to report, and I wouldn't trade this pair right now. Next is euro yen. We have had upside in euro yen. The low, which was just at the previous first wave peak 137.1 approximately, has held. We have seen a move higher since then. We are now at 137.9, 138 actually exactly right now. So a strong 100 pip move to the upside, and more upside is expected. Key levels on euro yen are that this 138 we are right now is the immediate resistance. After that 138.845, this is the recent high. On the downside 137.1, this previous first wave peak will be the support. If we get below that, this wave count is wrong and something else is going on. But euro yen is looking bullish right now, so I'm expecting more upside. I would not necessarily trade this right now since the structure is a little unclear, but it's looking bullish and perhaps there is an opportunity to go long on euro yen. Next we have pound yen, and here we have more or less the same story than yesterday. The sideways range is still going on. Perhaps this will form a triangle after all, but as now I haven't labeled this triangle on the charts. Key levels on pound yen, upside resistance is 195.25, the latest peaks are acting as resistance, and on the downside 194.565 is the support zone, which has been quite strong. If this is going to form a triangle at this wave B position, we should get a decline, and if this is forming the last leg, we should get a decline further down below the latest wave A low, which is at 190.96. So around those levels we should see a decline if this is going to be a valid triangle. Hard to say at this point what will be the case. It is looking bearish right now, so perhaps we will see this decline to come. Next is euro Canadian, and the price now 146, almost flat 146. Just about making new midterm high and on euro Canadian, and looking bullish. Yesterday was quite strong day for euro on this pair. We got almost 200 pip upside move since yesterday's lows, so quite strong move higher. Key levels here are that next resistance is 146.12, and this is just where we are right now, very near on those levels. So if we get slightly higher, we are making new midterm highs in this pair. Downside support is at around 1443. Those are the levels to watch in euro Canadian. The wave structure is quite unclear but looking quite strong, so perhaps there's an opportunity to trade this higher. Targets are quite hard to figure out right now because we are now making new short-term highs. There are a couple of resistance points to come. 146.46 is the recent previous fourth wave high dating back on December 2014, and after that 147.3, which is even older resistance. So perhaps those levels can be targeted. Not a great trade, but perhaps there is some possibilities to trade this higher. Okay, finally let's see US dollar Canadian. And yesterday the FOMC made this bear move, but the result was almost flat for the day. Dollar first gained some strength, this went higher, then the FOMC went back down again. Now we are in the middle of those. 131.09 is now the price. We are now right at the support level at the previous third wave peak. Key levels for US dollar Canadian are that next downside support, larger support remains 1295 area, which has held for now. 130.5 is one support, minor support as well, and on the upside 131.77, the recent short-term high, is the resistance to watch for. I wouldn't trade this pair at the moment, since this is on more or less on a sideways correction, and we should wait for this correction to end and complete, and then we should look for opportunity to trade the next wave higher, which will be the last wave of this large sequence. Okay, that's all for today's episode. Visit the show notes at forexpodcast.co. This is the site that is functioning throughout this week when I'm building a new site at ForexDayBreak.com. So next week I hope to get the new site working, and you will get access to it, of course. And thanks for listening. Now go make some profits, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thanks for your interest in Forex Daybreak Daily Podcast. If you like this show, we hope you'll visit our website, www.ForexDayBreak.com, and tell your friends about us. Be sure to check the show notes on our website for this episode. Join us next time for another episode of Forex Daybreak.